Weaponizable satellites? A UK-based space company is planning to launch satellite-servicing drones by 2020, but experts warn these could double as space weapons. Space Drone is an 800-pound spacecraft that can dock onto aging satellites running low on fuel and help stabilize and maneuver them. The drones remain attached for up to 5 years before then moving the satellite to a graveyard orbit at the end of its life. Experts believe the space drones can be used to clean up Earth's orbit by directing space debris into the atmosphere to burn up. Theoretically, the drones could also be weaponized and used to hijack active satellites and push them out of orbit. The company that makes the space drone says any technology has the potential to be abused, and claims they can prevent this by retaining control and simply offering their services. Keep watching for more space tech.
Private companies drive new space race at NASA. NASA says it soon may be able to launch astronauts from U.S. soil to the International Space Station. Important project milestones are coming up for NASA's two commercial crew partners, Boeing and SpaceX, with several flight tests, including manned missions slated for 2018. Boeing is working on the CST-100 Starliner. The spacecraft can seat up to 7 and is meant to send astronauts to the space station. 3 Starliners are currently in production, with one set to carry astronauts next year. The pressurized vessel can be reused 10 times. SpaceX, which has flown cargo missions to the ISS with its Dragon spacecraft, plans to use the Dragon 2 to send astronauts to space. The Dragon 2 is the latest version of SpaceX's capsule model. It's designed to seat 7 astronauts. Boeing and SpaceX must show that both of their systems are ready to start regular flights to the space station in order to meet NASA's requirements. SpaceX has its first test flight set for February, while Boeing's launch is planned for June. No more photography duty for astronauts. The Japanese Aerospace Exploration Agency has developed a cute floating camera drone that can lighten the workload of astronauts on the International Space Station. The int ball weighs 1 kilo and has a diameter of 15 centimeters. It uses the existing drone technology, miniaturized altitude control sensors and actuators in an all-in-one module. The int ball arrived at the International Space Station last month and is remotely controlled by the JAXA Tsukuba Space Center from the ground. In the future, the int ball is expected to take over photography duties from the space crew and will be able to operate autonomously. At the moment, astronauts on the ISS spend around 10% of their time just taking photos and videos. With this camera drone's help, they now perhaps will have a bit more personal time in space.
Orbital reflector will be first space sculpture. The world could have a whole new reason to look up at the sky if artist Trevor Paglen has his way. The Orbital Reflector Space Sculpture is a satellite that will serve no military, commercial, or scientific purpose. Constructed from lightweight material similar to mylar, it will be launched aboard a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket scheduled for early 2018. Once in orbit at a height of approximately 350 miles, a 100-foot-long diamond-shaped balloon will deploy from the satellite. The balloon will reflect sunlight back to Earth, causing the CubeSat to be visible to the naked eye. It will stay in space for about 2 months. Paglen and the museum are looking to raise $1.3 million for the project through Kickstarter. They currently have 60% of the funds needed. Hey, if you're going to do it, might as well do it all the way. We're going back to the moon. Aerospace companies United Launch Alliance and Bigelow Aerospace are collaborating to put a space station in orbit around the moon. The Lunar Depot plan is aimed at placing a Bigelow B-330 inflatable habitat in low lunar orbit by the end of 2022. ULA's Vulcan rocket will launch the B-330 into lower Earth orbit, where it will stay for about a year. While there, the habitat will receive supplies and get crew members rotated every few months. 2 more Vulcan rockets will then be launched and their upper stages left in orbit. After propellant from one stage is transferred to the other, the fully fueled stage will attach the B-330 and propel it to its final position orbiting the moon. The companies claim the habitat can serve both as a platform for lunar business development and a location for NASA to conduct exploration and astronaut training missions.